Okay, I'm gonna put y'all on Earth Kit. That's coming soon. But while we're on awareness and we're on this subject, definitely want to get your take and your perspective on what's happening in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's an inside joke. What do you feel? How do you feel about it? And how do you feel? How do you feel about it?
I mean, first thing is, I'm not necessarily surprised about it. I feel like I see a lot of posts of people talking about, oh, it's 2017, it's not 1960, or it's 2017, it's not 16s, whatever, when, you know what I'm saying, when slavery began and things like that. But I think for one, it's a wake-up call, just making sure people are aware and do realize that this is the climate that we live in. And
you being a sociology major, like knowing the way society works, knowing the way the world works, in terms of, because this isn't, I didn't really see any black people in the video. I think I saw one particular picture where it was a black person flying in the air that got hit by a car. That was like I saw that picture. That was the only thing. But in terms of an actual, what is your response to it from a sociological perspective?
So I have like a unique view, I feel, on demonstrations and social activism. I just feel like I'm a person who needs to do things that will have a tangible effect. And I feel like when you have certain tactics that you repeat over and over again that aren't yielding any response, it's time for you to change them, more or less. So me personally, I am more of the type of person who will try and get facts of something and then present those facts to people to prove a point. And whether it be in this case, I'm the type of person who would put those people's information publicly. I'd fall under more of that sphere than go out. Some people will go out and protest, and it'll make them feel good about themselves of holding a sign and things like that.
Got you.
But I think protests are more of a way of people to release their own personal emotion and things like that, which has value. But I'm just not the type of person that needs to do that to release my anger. I'm more of the type of person okay, well, these are the people who are expressing these racist views. How do we make them punished for these actions? So if it's either pursuing legal action, if that's a course of action, and doing background research and presenting that to different people who can, do something about that. And me working at a law firm this past summer, kind of got me in the right direction to be able to take steps like that. Or if it's, posting people's names publicly and things like that, or just, sharing those type of things, I feel like that's something that has a more tangible effect, because that then goes into those person's personal lives and disrupts how they go about living their life. That's my main part about it. But I'm not surprised about it at all. My family is all from Texarkana, Texas, from the South. And
are you the first generation from Oakland?
My mom is from Oakland, so she was the first, but my dad was born in Texarkana.
Yes, come on. Sorry, Tia lived behind the scenes.
Yeah. My mom's from right over here. She's from 42nd Adeline.
All right, Adeline. She's from West Oakland. You from West Oakland?
My mom is. I'm from East Oakland. I'm from Indiana.
Okay. Oh, you claiming that? Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Okay, that is raw, true Hollywood right there for you folks. Okay. But you know what, Tunde? Thank you for sharing your perspective. For the sake of time, I'm not gonna share mine, but next week on next week's show, I'll definitely recap and share what I have to say about it as well. Because this is a situation. This is an act that needs to be addressed. Because life is meant to be shared. It's meant to be spread out throughout the world. And when I say spread out throughout the world, living life abundantly, living life powerfully, it needs to be spread throughout the world. So this is definitely something I want to talk on, to just educate my peers and to educate my jammies, for those who are watching, just to let you guys know what's really going on, what's happening in the world. So Tunde, it was a pleasure having you. You gotta go. I love you, family. I think I just spit a little bit, but it's fine. I love you. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week.
But baby, I'm thinking maybe we could agree to work it out.